You're listening to Goons, Games, and Gear, the sexiest gaming podcast in the world.
We're back. I'm sick. Everything's terrible. I got a nice, cool shirt. That's the weekly update. All right, that's the episode 2. Like, comment, subscribe.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? We're both wearing Godzilla
Oh, we
shirts.
both have
Yeah.
Godzilla. Yeah.
That's pretty. Yeah, but yours is cooler too. I mean, okay, actually, I like mine in like it's like a retro fighting style. You know,
Yeah,
like
I really like that. That's
Yeah.
sweet.
I like yours as well. We should trade. I love you, man.
I love you.
Okay. All right, we're back. I'm gonna be congested because I still have an illness because I'm not allowed to be happy. Even though I was sick like a week ago and then a week before that. So I think my immune system's just gone. That's
Yeah.
getting
It's
older
that time of
sucks.
year.
It's that time of year, the age,
I
existing.
knew winter was coming because my body was getting like stiff and crackly.
Oh, really?
That's how you know you're getting old.
Yeah, so don't forget to like, comment, subscribe on everywhere. YouTube, they'll get this to 1,000 so we get monetized, make pennies on the dollar. Mind you, again, we're not on Twitch because they're just self-destructing on their own accord.
Yeah, Bezos is just clicking the button, just like, yeah, blow it up. I don't want it anymore.
I think, you know how like in movies and stuff, like there's like a big red button that's like covered by glass, and you know, like you have to
Yeah.
go like three. Like I think one day everyone walked in and they're like, "Why is the red button pushed?" What do you mean? The button's pushed. What? No, it's not. Look at it. It's not, who's? Oh, you know what? I sat on it yesterday. That's my bad. No, everything's going. No,
How could you?
How could you? We'll get to that, I guess, in a minute. But back to my sellout. Spotify, Apple, 5 stars, please, and thank you. 4 is okay. 3, 4 and 5. Let's just say 4 and 5, right?
Yeah.
Instagram is for new people. Facebook for old people. Twitter. I had a great like 4. I don't remember how I put it, but
Yeah.
Twitter over. You know, I don't know. If you want to be there, I guess, and Discord for everyone else because we like Discord and talking to people. Okay. Since we already alluded to it, I guess we should just talk about Twitch imploding, right?
Yeah.
Twitch is dead. That's basically the gist of it, right? You know, Twitch is gone. It's deciding it doesn't want to. It's like, can we make a bunch of terrible decisions within a week?
It's literally been like every 4 hours, Twitch does something that just like makes it just less and less appealing.
Oh yeah,
to itself.
But I mean, we're not gonna go over all the ridiculous Twitch drama or big streamer drama,
Right.
like with XQC and stuff like that. But basically, what was it, a few days ago? Twitch came out with like this. I think it was the CEO, might have been the CEO or someone high up at Twitch came out. It's like a press conference newsletter, like or State of the Union basically, and
Right.
you know, it was basically all just terrible things. It's just like, you know, like none of it was like good for anyone.
Yeah, I don't know. They're only trying to help themselves, and it's like blatantly obvious.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
all they're trying to do.
Right. So I guess the meat and potatoes of it is the fact that if you're a high end streamer, like, or I guess Twitch partner. I don't know off the top of my head what constitutes for Twitch partner, but or the requirements, but basically they were getting a 70-30 split, and plus ad
Right.
revenue, all that other stuff. Now, if you make more than over than 100,000, then it goes down to 50-50. So, but mind you, that's for anyone grandfathered in. Everyone else, it's still 50-50. Everyone after like
Right.
this point, I think it's like mid-October, is 50-50. And just yeah, keep in mind though, Twitch has very high maintenance costs, very high. You know,
Yeah. It's not like they're owned by Amazon, the biggest company in the world or anything.
No. They're struggling, man. Actually, look, to be fair, to be completely like transparent about it, there is a lot of maintenance behind Twitch. Like you do have to have a huge amount of servers for everyone streaming and whatnot, and then like
Right.
servers for everyone to watch someone stream. So I get that.
Right.
But-
They're playing, and plus, they're paying these guys $100,000, right? Like that money's not just coming from nowhere. They're doing that. They're holding all these like Twitch cons and sponsoring, esports and whatever else.
Right.
So they're putting a lot of money out, but like it doesn't matter, dude. Amazon makes that in a day. Like,
Right, yeah, exactly. It's like even if Twitch isn't doing as well as it wants to, it's like the Microsoft situation, right? Where Xbox One didn't do great, but Microsoft could easily keep it afloat despite it doing terrible, like during that
right,
generation.
right.
So literally the same concept here. Amazon owns this. There's there's almost no reason for this to happen at all because Amazon can cut the difference and still not feel it.
Right.
That's how profitable
Exactly.
Amazon is. It's literally a multi-billion. I think it's almost $1 trillion. It might just be $1 trillion business.
At this point, I believe it.
I remember. I think it was like last year. Amazon broke. Not Amazon. Apple broke the threshold for $1 trillion valuation for like a day. But I'd imagine
Right.
Amazon is either close or has been there already.
Right. And they're consistent. It's not like they're like dropping anytime soon. Everybody uses Amazon.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. There's that. I mean, the only competition is Walmart Plus or whatever they call it, and no one uses it.
Right.
And they're trying. I mean, it's like that's like the best idea or the best possible competition to like match Amazon's level of power. But
Because Walmart makes stupid money too a day.
Right,
Like,
right.
they could do whatever they want too.
and then also, as you pointed out before this, they're adding more ads to the beginning of a stream. I'm trying to
Yeah,
find the
so
exact amount.
Yeah, I forget what it was. I watched like a video about it, but basically, so the way it is now is like if you're a partner, you have to run like a certain amount of ad time per like hour of stream. So like right now it's like 3 or 4 minutes or whatever. Not a big deal. They run those ads, go to the bathroom, take a break, whatever, grab food. But now Twitch wants them to run. It's like up to like 20 minutes of ad time per hour of their stream, which is insane. And what's more insane, right? Like when you sign a contract with Twitch, like you have to stream a certain amount of hours a month, basically. So if you stream 60 hours a month, a third of that almost is just you running ads, or exactly a third. It's insane,
I don't know. It sounds pretty great. I love like 10 minutes of ads before
right?
actually watching someone.
This is why cable's dying because it's literally the same situation. An hour of a show is like actually 40 minutes.
Hold on. I'm reading like the actual document. It says using the published rates for Amazon's web services interactive video service IVS, which is essentially Twitch video, live cost for a 100 CCU streamer who streams 200 a month are more than $1,000 per month. We don't typically talk about this because, frankly, you shouldn't have to think about it. That's a ridiculously dumb argument, but we'd rather you focus on doing what you do best. But fully answer the question of why not 70/30. Ignoring the high cost of delivering the Twitch service would have meant giving you an incomplete answer. No, that's not really. No, if you were to straight if from the start, if like day one, like Twitch before Twitch was bought out by Amazon. Or sorry, the day one where Twitch was bought out by Amazon, and they're like, if they're just upfront about that, I would understand at the beginning. It's like if they're just upfront, it's like, hey, this isn't gonna take a lot of maintenance. That's why we can't do like a 70/30. But
Right.
ignoring the high cost of delivering Twitch service would have meant giving you an incomplete answer. No, that sounds like a complete answer to me.
Yeah.
We don't typically talk about it because, frankly, you shouldn't have to think about it. Okay, I shouldn't have to think about a lot of things, like taxes,
Right.
and
Right. I shouldn't have to figure it out. It should just be done.
but here we are.
Yeah.
That's not really a logic. There's lots of I don't want to think about or shouldn't have to, but sadly, as an adult, I have to accept, the misery that is reality.
Right.
Yeah, it's such a corporate answer,
Right. It's like we're trying to make more money ourselves, so just don't question it. That's it.
And then they're also they also tried to back this up for those big streamers that you're not getting the 70/30, but because we're increasing the ad revenue to 55%. I'm not sure what it was before. It said our recent bump in ads revenue share to 55% as part of the ads incentive program is a great way for these larger streamers to make up most, if not all, of that revenue.
Yeah.
Okay, but
That's insane.
yeah, but you gotta keep in mind, I assume they don't get anything from an ad revenue if the person subscribed to them, right? That's like the trade-off. That's
Yeah, I would assume so.
because you're not watching
'Cause
the ad, you're paying
they wouldn't
through
have
it.
to watch the ad. Yeah, unless they're changing that too,
I
which
don't.
they might as well at this point ruin everything else.
Because I'm gonna imagine like 90% of Pokemon's audience is subscribed to her, right? So
Right.
you
Right.
know, with that said, you know, if she's running ads, most people aren't gonna see it because they're already subscribing. And then, I mean, I guess it depends on how huge, how big of the amount of people that are watching that aren't subscribers. Which again, I still, excuse me, feel like isn't like I have to imagine her subscriber to like average viewer ratio is intense, like
Right.
really a really big gap. So, you know, I mean this might work for some people depending on like how many subscribers versus how many just normal people. But again, but you gotta also consider like people have Twitch Prime. Oh well, actually, I guess they get paid the most if someone uses Twitch Prime because they're still getting ads, but they're also getting a free subscription.
Right.
So, but I don't know. This is just, I mean, again, a lot of this just pissed everyone off. I don't think anyone's happy about this at all.
Yeah. Yeah. It looks like according to the Twitch creator camp, you can choose whether or not like subs have to watch the ads. So I guess it's
Oh,
like
so
a
you,
setting you can turn on and off.
in what world would I subscribe to somebody who's already making me pay ads? You
Right.
know, like
Right.
what?
Why would I want to sit through that? And granted, you know, even if it's like a break and they're not even there doing anything, like I don't want to sit and watch an ad.
Right, right. And
I go watch cable
like
at that point.
I can understand both sides in terms of like if they're going to the bathroom and it's just like a way for them to make money without,
Right.
you know,
Right.
like I understand it, but
Right.
I'm with
I
you.
see
Like,
the point of it.
right,
Yeah.
right. But like I'm not gonna sit around and watch an ad, especially if I'm subscribed to somebody. But the fact
Right.
that that's an option is I wouldn't if I subscribe to somebody and then they're like, oh, here's an ad. I would be so pissed off. I'm like, so what was the point of my money? Like what? You
Right.
know, it's like it, it's just that's just so ridiculous. That hurts my brain.
Yeah.
So kudos to
And
you,
this
Twitch.
was this was after, by the way, like 90,000 other things that
Oh,
came up on Twitch this
right.
week. There was like sexual assault allegations. There was like uh, uh, some like giant like chess scandal that
Uh,
people cared about. Uh, there's like a bunch of old messages that came up from like Mizkif and
yeah.
stuff like that. Like Twitch has
I-
literally been imploding like all week, and it's just hilarious.
Hold on. You're missing the best point though. The best part. I mean, I mean, Twitch is a god for this. They lowered the threshold to $50 for payout. They're oh my god, it's the best thing ever. It was 100, now it's
Thank you.
50. It's an
Thank you,
important
Twitch.
it's an important middle step that'll help streamers put money in their pockets now. What like
Yeah, Bezos's toilet paper, you know, is gonna get sent out quicker now. Thanks.
But like, what a slap in the face, you know?
Seriously.
I mean, that might help like an incredibly small amount of like Twitch affiliates, but
Right.
you know, but even that's like, wow, $50. Thanks,
Thanks.
thanks. Like, you know, you didn't even lube up, but you know, thanks for the $50. That was quite the payout.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just a joke, and like you said, that just pays for his toilet paper. Let's see, investments like these are paying off our streamers. Products like Prime subs, community gifting, a hype train, and the ads incentive program, to name a few, have driven an increase of 27% more streamer revenue per viewer hour every year over the last 5 years. This means the same viewer hour now earns you 3 times more money than it did 5 years ago on average. Our investment into your monetization options have already and continue to put more money into streamers' pockets than 20% more subs revenue share would have. Yeah, okay, so they're really trying to just find ways to explain why, like,
Right, to justify it.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, you guys are making so much money other ways we've made. Like, this shouldn't matter.
right, but
But
again, this like this is still terrible for like that top 10% of streamers, which is like their biggest people. And you
Right.
know, why would I like so we've talked about it in the past about like should we do Twitch or YouTube? I was like, dude, I just hate Twitch. I mean, granted, they have a much easier barrier to entry when it comes to like emotes and stuff, which, you know, kudos to them. But everything else about it, I hate. Like, I think Twitch just sucks. And now it's just I mean, this actually made me happy because I'm like, it made our decision.
It justified it.
It justified
like 100%.
Right. And YouTube isn't perfect. Like, I think YouTube Live is pretty abysmal in terms of like interaction and stuff. And like, you need 30K subs just for emotes. Come on, YouTube. That's like have an affiliate program like Twitch has, you know, like from 0 to partner. That's huge. But they're not perfect. But Twitch is like infinitely worse and just getting worse. That's just like the reality of it.
And I hope this like forces YouTube to get a little better, like start working on it and be like, yeah, guys, everybody come over here now. Like,
dude,
come stream here.
I actually hope for that. But YouTube, last I heard, like from some insiders, I was reading some articles about it. So like, they're so huge that there's like they have so much trouble trying to get like new features pumped out because there's too many hands in the pot. Like,
and that makes sense. Yeah, it's Google. Like,
right.
Like, it's like one super conglomerate versus another. It's like Google versus Amazon right now, and like Google's literally doing nothing and winning. It's insane.
But they're also just like they're cutting costs. They're like in crisis mode for some reason. I wasn't gonna bring it up because it kind of wasn't relevant, but like Google just had this huge like internal like all hands on deck meeting because they're cutting departments. I'm like, what's the problem?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, but like, you're fine. You're more than fine.
Like no one's understanding it. It's like, why are you cutting down? Like they said they're almost done with the new Pixel laptop, and then they're like, yeah, never mind, we're not doing that anymore. And then they just cut the program. Like, what? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with there, but make YouTube better. That's my recommendation.
Right, just focus on YouTube, and guess what? That's all you need.
Yeah, right.
I mean, granted, their phones always do super well. I hear they're always like great products. You know, everybody was using Chromecast when that was a thing, and I mean, Google has nothing to worry about. I don't know. They're crazy.
Dude, I don't know what you're talking about, man. Google has a lot to worry about. I mean, have you seen? Have you seen like Twitch dying? Have you seen Walmart competing with them? Oh, have you seen Bing? Bing's competing pretty hard now.
Dude, Bing's coming to stab Google in the back.
Like,
what was the other one? GoDaddy? Yeah, they're coming. They're coming out of the grave to
Mozilla, like they're all Google's in some trouble. You know
what's that other one? Oh, it's like DuckDuckGoose, right? That's the other search engine.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I heard that was actually pretty good, but
that goose is gonna turn into the one from Goose Game with the knife in its mouth, and
oh god,
just come and stab Google.
You know, Apple literally pays Google like I think it's like $5 billion a year to have the Google search engine or have Safari use the Google search engine. So when you're using Safari, it's literally just using Google, but optimized for Apple.
And that's fine. Like,
right,
I don't use anything. I'm not binging anything. Yahoo search engine, dude, that doesn't even give me anything close to my answer.
Oh, Yahoo's terrible now. They got infinitely worse as time went on.
Oh yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Okay. Let's see here. I guess I titled the episode "All the Leaks," but I guess it was more about Google at this point. I ain't Twitch.
Yeah.
But I guess I'll go into the other biggest thing ever. So GTA 6 was literally like completely leaked, and earlier today, it apparently in London, a 17-year-old was arrested for apparently being the hacker.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's
you sent that to me, and I was like, a 17-year-old did that? That's insane.
Yeah, I was barely able to talk to girls at 17, let alone
right.
Crack the code for GTA 6.
Right, for Rockstar.
Right. Yeah, like I mean, this was insane. Like, I mean, everyone when it first happened were like, "Oh, this is just like mods and stuff," but then it was absolutely confirmed. And
right, Rockstar came out was like, "Yeah, you guys weren't supposed to see that," and everybody's like, "Wait, what? It's real? You're kidding me?"
What? It's insane. Like this is like there's so much of it that was leaked. I kind of a slim part of me feels bad for Rockstar, but then I remember it's Take-Two, and they just like they hate Red Dead Redemption, and just don't care about anything other
Right.
than Grand Theft Auto. So
Yeah, I don't remember if I said it last episode or just like to you the other day, but I was like, the saddest part about this leak is that Take-Two literally has nothing else in development. It's literally just GTA 6. Nothing else leaked.
yeah, because I mean, this is such an astronomical project for them. It must be like an all
Uh,
hands on deck. Let's do
yeah.
nothing else. We have to get this done. Like, and we need to be like perfect because what I mean. I imagine this game's just going to be like game of the decade again, and like they're going to support it for
Right.
like 20
And
years.
it'll be this GTA for the next 3 consoles or whatever.
Right. Assuming we get this one during this console generation, we might not even not.
That too.
Like we're what halfway, almost halfway through now.
No, it's only been 2 years.
Oh, I think. Yeah, no. It should be another year or two before the refresh at least.
Right, the pros or the slims. Sorry.
Right, yeah, the slims. But still, this is just. It's just like this is never. Well, I mean, it's one thing. There's been hacks like this before, like what's it called? The Witcher 3, like its source code got like hacked and stuff like that. But this is
Right.
like full on gameplay and just an unbelievable amount of information that they did not want to be shared. And it confirmed that it's literally the rumors were true about it being like a Bonnie and Clyde style, where it's a guy and girl protagonist,
Right.
in
it's
a
back
Vice City.
Vice City.
Right.
Yeah.
That's and then they went on a huge rampage of copyright striking, like all this stuff, which I understand. I mean, it was illegally
Right.
obtained.
Right.
Like usually I'm all about fair use, but this was an unfinished product that was illegally obtained. So it's like they're pretty much within their bounds. We're allowed to talk about it, or I've seen some people, yeah, they're allowed to talk about it, but as long as we don't have like gameplay and stuff like that.
Right.
And also like they announced this year that they've been working on it, but we just don't know how
Right.
long.
It's definitely like been in development. I'd assume for a little while now, at least. But I don't know, because when did they like officially announce they were working on it? Like last year, right?
I thought
So it's been at least a year.
I thought it was earlier this year.
Was it earlier? It might have been
pretty sure,
earlier
yeah.
this year.
I mean, and also again, let's go back for a second. That it's a 17-year-old. Like,
Right. Some kid was just like, I gotta see GTA 6. I need it now. Like, I gotta break into Rockstar. I'm taking him down.
he just like walks in with like a mustache. He just like, what are your credentials, sir? He's like, I love GTA Online. Okay, you can come in. You can...
Oh, you're good.
You're good.
You're VIP.
What if
Head to the top floor.
What if like to get in they have to like scan a shark card? Like,
It's genius.
Your balance is 2 million. You are the VIP. All right, here you go.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, I mean, I want to know more details about like how this, assuming it's true that this kid, assuming it was him, right? That I want to know how he did it. I really do, because that's like this is like intense hacker level stuff.
Right.
Like I'd imagine this kind of stuff from like anonymous level of power, because it's Take-Two and it's Rockstar. They had to have some huge amount of barriers to block anyone from
Oh yeah.
getting this kind of information. So that's just and also the cool thing is that everyone was kind of afraid that they were going to delay the game because it was shown, and they're like,
Right.
no, we're not. No,
We're just working on it still.
I mean, I guess they didn't even have to because they never set a release date anyway. So it's like can't delay something that
You
has
can't. Yes. You cannot delay something that wasn't a thing in the first place.
right. So like for all we know, it could have been like pushed back by like a year for whatever reason. I don't know how this would like affect its release date, but
Right.
if
It shouldn't, right? It's literally like such minimal like gameplay of that grand game that I'm sure it's going to be. Like, who cares? It was
Oh.
like a 2-minute clip, right, or something.
no, dude, it was like 100 minutes worth of different videos.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, and also I found, I'm sorry. Here are 90 footage clips from GTA 6.
Jeez.
And also I just found this. This was it was downloaded directly for Rockstar's internal Slack groups. So so it wasn't as like deep as I thought. So they, I guess, some either hacked into the Slack group or just somehow, like finagled their way in. And I guess that's how they like, trade information within the company, like sharing videos and stuff like that. And then that's how, but I'd imagine they'd had to like have created some kind of like administrator position in the Slack in order to, access all these different videos and stuff like that.
Right.
Although I would imagine that for that, if I was Rockstar, I'd be like, okay, I want like I want Slack to tell me when this video is being downloaded. I'm not sure if that's possible, but I'd ask for that as a feature. Right. That way you can kind of track, who downloaded it and then kind of, make sure that it's not being scammed. Either way, still insane. I'm super excited for this woke GTA 6 because the guy, the head of Take-Two was just like, they're like, I think it was months ago, he was talking about how, he wanted to tone down
it's
like
not gonna be as offensive and
right, which is like 99% of the fun. Right,
Dude.
right. That's Trevor.
GTA's logic was always like, all right, how close to an R rating or an 18 only rating can we get? And it's like, all right, we'll be like right there.
And like Trevor, I'm almost surprised they didn't just make like a Trevor spinoff or like, because his character was just so perfect,
Right.
he was,
Everybody loved him.
right. It's not the biggest in the world, but it gets the job done.
Yeah.
I mean, for all the money that GTA 5 has made and all the stuff that we don't agree with online, at least the campaign was unrealistically great and funny.
Oh, the campaign was like perfect.
Right. But this sucks, and I hope. Well, actually, I wonder how it's going to work for that kid. Right? He's 17. I'm not sure how the minor laws work in the UK, but by the time he goes to court, he might be 18. So he might just be charged as an adult anyway.
Right. Yeah, I mean, he's probably screwed one way or another.
I mean, not that I've sympathy for him, but like it might help that he's young.
Right.
Like, I mean, or at least help his case. Former Reuters Journal says the investigation is being done jointly with the FBI. Oh yeah, the FBI is involved too. I forgot to mention that.
Jeez.
Did you hack your shark card? Tell me. He's like slapping him around. He's like,
I did it.
How'd you get the hover bike? Tell me how to. There's a 2 million.
You weren't supposed to see this.
How'd you get this 3 million? You didn't do any jobs for the last 2 days. How'd you reveal your shark card? Tell me. Let's see. Oh yeah, 17-year-old hacking suspect was arrested in Oxfordshire, believed connected to the group identifying as Lapsus, and then money sign. A group that organizes primarily via Telegram channels. Confirmed. City police confirmed 17-year-old arrested over a hacking incident. Source says the crimes related to intrusion on Rockstar Games, possibly. Oh yeah. He also apparently hacked Uber a couple days ago.
Wow.
Like Uber was like,
it's insane.
It's like he got like a bad driver one day. He did like, I'm not dealing with this again.
Like, that's it. I'm taking down the network. He like hacks into all the cars and just crashes them all at once.
Let's see. Apparently, there's getting the suspicion that Lapsus is like a group of teen hackers. Because apparently in March, a 16-year-old was arrested on suspicion of being a multi-millionaire cyber criminal and leader of the group.
Dude, I mean, if these kids can do it, good on them, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, like
I couldn't do that at 17. I could barely walk.
What's that move? Is it Journey to the Center of the Earth, where they have to like get a group of people to man the drill to go into the center, and one of them is like the hacker that like he like when the FBI breaks in, he like puts magnets to his computer and stuff like that, See, I wouldn't arrest these kids. I'd be like, okay, you can either go to jail or you can work for us. Like
Right. You hire them for the military or whatever you guys do,
right.
and they're your hackers now. Because obviously they can do ridiculous stuff at just that age. Like, come on.
Yeah, I was like in remedial math at that age. Meanwhile, this kid's taking down Uber. Man,
Yeah, seriously.
Or what if he like was an Uber driver? Like, what do you mean you give me 2 stars? Oh my, I gotta fix this. This is.
I'm hacking in. I'm giving myself a good rating.
So yeah, don't screw with lapses. That's kind of I guess the moral of the story.
Yeah,
If they
seriously.
can take down Uber, they can take down Rockstar. I'm hoping they can use their powers for good and hack into McDonald's to figure out how to fix the ice cream machines. That's like their
Hack in and turn them all back on.
and like the government hires them. They're just like, okay, so what do you want us to do? Take down terrorists? Yeah, something like that. Can you hack into McDonald's? Oh, why? Yeah, look, the ice cream machines have been down for like years now, and yeah,
I'm sick of it. Honestly, I'm sick of it.
It is.
You need to fix it.
Please.
If you really want to be a hero, just do it.
It's either that or Guantanamo. So which do you want, man?
What are you choosing?
Excuse me. So yeah, but hackers bad. Don't do this. That's. But if you want to hack us to have like 1 billion subscribers that aren't
cool.
bots, hello,
It'd be dope.
that'd be pretty cool. Yeah. Goons Games and I can't think of a hat.
Getting that code.
Getting that code. Nice. I like it. All right. Madden 23 content creators are going on a strike because so it says MUT. I assume that means Madden Ultimate. Madden Ultimate.
Team.
Ultimate Team. Okay. Apparently the packs are so bad and have terrible odds that content creators are going on a strike. Don't buy packs.
Just don't buy them. Yeah, there you go. You solved it.
Retweet for awareness. Myself and other creators in the community. By the way, this is Xerxes, which he's has a blue check mark, so it means he's a god. Have decided to go on a pack strike. With the massive issues going on in Madden 23, we need changes. Don't buy points. Here are the things we want to see changed. Join us to help make this happen. # pack strike. Better rerolls. Better pack odds overall with bundles plus toppers. I don't know what toppers is, but it sounds sexual. $100 version of promo. Wait, I've heard what top is, and if that's what you get with a pack,
sloppy toppy.
Like, I'll pay $20.
Maybe you should buy the packs. I'm about to buy the. If you're getting that for that,
yeah. That's a good pack. I don't know why this guy's complaining.
Yeah, I don't know why they're striking.
Unless it's like the football
Maybe
players,
it's bad.
in which case, if it's the football players, that's a little different. Or like you get it in game. There's the character has like a stress level, and then like you get the top, and then it just goes down. All right, so $100 version of promo bundle should be enough to complete a master / full legend. I don't know what that means. I guess if you got the $100 promo, so I guess there's a promo bundle, and it wasn't enough to just complete a character, which that sounds pretty dumb anyway. Solos reward with what? Do you know what BND is? Butts and dick.
Yeah, that's exactly where my brain went.
Butts and dick champion fantasy.
Yeah, that's all I can think of now. Butts and dick.
It's just a pack where it's like either you get like a fatty for your character or a giant
you get the different sizes. It's like how cheeked up do you want your character to be?
Dude, that's the kind of if that's what they're advocating for, I'm down. I'm with you, brother.
That's why we're striking. I'm 100% behind this.
Champion fantasy pack, or at least top set pieces that can be added into sets to help NMS characters. Players. No more sex players. I don't know.
Yeah.
My mind's just terrible. One last tip. The pack strike doesn't mean you have to stop playing Madden. In fact, it's more beneficial to the movement if you play. Show them that money does not equal engagement. Show them that good design, interesting content, and working modes gets engagement. You got this, Madden family. It's a Gut Fox said, quote, "It's time to come together as a community. You think something needs changing? List it along with Pack Strike. Please don't just be an edgelord and fight for EA. We're only trying to get a better game, and us all rowing in the same direction is super important here. I'm just gonna say I want to infiltrate, and I want to be rowing opposite. I want to be actively against the current.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take him down from the inside.
Yeah. I'm hacking in. I need the bigger dicks.
They need to ask the Lapras to fix this.
Yeah. Hack in. Fix the rates for these boxes.
Yeah, right.
Loot crates.
I mean, so I'm surprised this is where they take the stand. Not like a super glitchy, terrible game. That's okay. But you know,
right.
the line
not
is
the fact that you can't even play the game. The fact that I can't spend money for the game I can't play. That's where I draw the line.
These people are a different breed, whether it's good or bad. I mean, I guess it's good enough where they don't want to fight for the game to be better. They just want the pack to be better. I guess this tells me that the community is just all about Ultimate Team.
Right.
Because that's like you're basically designing your own fantasy team. That's like the gist of it.
Yeah, okay. It's like fantasy football, but you're actually you're paying, buy the characters to use.
It's like you're paying the money and get zero reward. Yeah, no, I got that.
Right.
And a broken controller.
It's like, wow, I got Tom Brady. This is
he
awesome.
Retired. It's got
he broke his leg at the beginning of the season. He's out.
See, like I actually like that idea. I mean, not that if I paid a character he's out for a season, but if like I wish a character could hurt himself and actually be out for like a long period of time. Maybe that's in the game.
That was a feature for one of the games. Like if a character or a player like in real life hurt themselves and was like out for the season, you couldn't like use that character on the online mode.
Wait, is it FIFA or Madden that has to change its name? It's FIFA, right?
FIFA is, yeah. I think this year's the last FIFA.
I was thinking about it. I would absolutely love, if all these sports games, like instead of paying the royalties to these characters and stuff, they just like kind of basically made it a parody. So instead of Madden, it's like Baden, and like instead of Tom Brady, it's like Rom Dady, like just one letter off, and like
that would be hilarious.
And just add the most minuscule things, but just enough to be considered parody. You know, like
I would buy that. That would be so great.
Dude, I think it's a win-win. They don't have to pay royalties to the football players. I get a good laugh, you know, and I know what character they're trying to, reference.
Right. I obviously get what they're trying to get at.
Right.
So still have fun. Yeah.
I'm just saying, EA, contact me. We can talk price. So yeah. So I'm also gonna be part of the pack strike. I'm not gonna buy any packs.
Yeah. No more. I'm done.
Yeah. I never started. I'm never ending.
Yeah.
Like again. These people actually are advocating for better packs and not for a better game, which again is wild to me. But, I guess this is what makes them happy,
Right. And I think we talked about it last time. Like, this is the one game some people like, this is all they play for the year.
Right.
So like, if you're going to spend money on it, fine, whatever. The thing that annoys me is that the next year, nothing matters and you just spend all that money again. And like, especially if it's like with terrible roles like this, like it just, I don't know.
And I'm also reading that it's still like trash. Like everyone just hates on it. So
right, the game as a core is just awful.
Right, because it's being rushed out. And I mean, my logic, I think it was with FIFA anyway, is that like release it every other year, so you give your developers time to fine tune and actually make it a good game. But but the people clearly just buy it so often that they're never going to do it. It just makes it's like the Call of Duty syndrome, where it just makes so much money that for them it's probably just not viable to not even delay a game, just not make a game for a year.
Right.
So, but again, I guess if like the core community is happy with it, then kudos to them. What do you do? You did it.
Yeah.
I'm not, but yeah, don't buy. Everyone don't buy pack. We need to teach EA a lesson. Yeah. So, oh man, I wish I could breathe. It's fun to talk a lot when your nostrils just completely closed off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible. Actually, another EA news. Respawn is calling an end of harassment of Apex Legends devs. They put out like this tweet that like, hey, everyone, we understand constructive criticism, but like harassment of our devs can't be, like stop it. We're gonna start like banning people like immediately. And I mean that should be common knowledge, but if you're as a player just like it's one thing to be frustrated with the game and being like, oh, what are the devs doing? This is terrible. Like, you can say that. That's just a criticism. But excuse me. But the fact is that if you're actually asking to harm them, you're going way too far. You're going way too far. And that's not bueno. You can't really do that. You're just asking for like a harassment. Like, not even a lawsuit, I guess. Well, you're gonna be banned from the game.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me. Oh God, I just want to breathe. I want to breathe. I want to not be sick. I feel like I'm gonna dry heave. I don't think drinking a Monster is gonna help, but I did it, and at least I'm not like regurgitating it. Anyway, all right. Then there's we got some Cyberpunk. Apparently, it's popular again. The Netflix syndrome worked. They literally the Netflix anime series literally revived the game. Literally revived the game. It now has 1 million players per day. Like I don't know. I can't believe the anime actually did it for them. It blows my mind that there's I'm assuming this is combined. I don't think this is just Steam, but
yeah. Apparently, it's really good. People are loving it.
Yeah, I didn't give it a try. I might just watch it for the like just for funsies, but this is crazy because Cyberpunk was still. I mean, I guess this is what Cyberpunk needed, and they also cut the price in half literally when this got released, which was like genius.
Oh yeah,
like super smart. And now it's literally on PC. Let's see, Far Cry from. Oh, I'm sorry, that was at launch. It was at 830,000 when it released. I was just trying to find a more accurate number, but yeah, I mean, still a million a day. I mean, maybe they'll bring back the DLC plan for multiplayer. Maybe they won't just trash it.
I hope so. They're still like screwing everybody if they're not going to keep doing expansions for it.
Oh, they said they're just going to do one, I think. I mean, maybe they're just like, you know what? Cut our losses. Let's just work on Witcher. Yeah, that's going to make us money again.
Right.
And then let's see. Apparently, and Edge Runner is apparently super good. You have to give it a shot, and it's like a perfect anime or something. I mean, well, they consider anime. I don't know. I don't know if I'd consider it anime. I mean, it is animated. I mean, I consider anime like cartoons made by the the other side of the world, basically.
Right. Anime is Japanese cartoons. It's not like just because it's a cartoon doesn't make it an anime.
Right. But it also apparently like the update for the game the other week was like almost the size of the game itself. It was like 40 gigs. Which is like insane. I couldn't even get more than an hour in, but I was playing on PC, and it was like the most buggy game in the world to me. And but like it also just didn't feel fun. Was that like
I like watched a ton of it when it came out, and like aside from the bugs, like the game just didn't look fun. Like I feel like the story was just like stupid.
Right.
I don't know. It just there's so many other games that were like it that like why would you ever play this? Like it was literally just for the setting.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, basically. And they they promised so much, and just I mean, I don't think they delivered on all the promises, but it was unplayable to begin with. But also, it just had such a slow start that I was like, by the time I like actually got to the world, I'm like, okay, now I'm just bored.
Right.
Let's see. I was trying to see. Yeah, the glimpse of February. Blah 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 blah. I'm trying to find the file size exactly. Okay, I can't find it. Well, I tried. There's just a lot of notes, and I don't want to read all of it because it's like 800 pages long. That's ridiculous. Don't make me read. I hate reading. Oh, man. All right. All right. Here's some other. This article. is actually not doing it justice because there's apparently a lot of internet backlash that I didn't realize. But Splinter Cell remake is rewritten for a modern day audience, and apparently this like exploded Reddit because everyone took it as like a super what's the word like when they say it's made for a modern day audience, they're like, oh, they're just gonna pander to like people who who are like super woke and social justice warriors, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, I wouldn't have just assumed that. Just off of that one sentence, but apparently everyone else did. Like for a modern day audience, but I don't know how to interpret that. I mean, I just figured it as, a modern day Splinter Cell. I assumed it just meant we're not going to include Russians. That's like,
Right.
That's how I pictured it. It is probably super hard to make world conflict games now because there's actually world conflict IRL.
Right.
So you can't make Battlefield 2042 made that mistake. They made a game where Russians were the bad guys, and now it happened. So
yeah,
that was like not that I even meant for that to happen, but now basically you just have to just make up military groups to make a game.
Right, just play it safe.
At least it's good to know they're making a Splinter Cell game. Oh, yeah. Wait. Rather than a straight-up remaster of the original, producer Matt West said when the remake was announced. Well, I don't remember when announcing a remake. Announced
it was a couple of years ago.
Oh, okay. I thought it was recent. Was announced that the developers are quote rebuilding it from the ground up while trying to ensure that the spirit of the early games remains intact. A visual overhaul, obviously in the cards. Sorry to tell you this, but Splinter Cell 20 years old. Blah blah blah. And some design elements are being redone to match player comfort and expectations. We're going to be straddling the line between the spirit of the old and the comfort of the new so that we can excite and surprise new players, but also make sure when our returning players pick up the control, they have that sigh of relief saying, they got it. I mean, I like the formula. I think it held up pretty well. I don't know what they could...
There's no problem with Splinter Cell.
I loved Splinter Cell. I loved all the Splinter Cell games. I thought they're... Even the last two, like... Well, the Blacklist, I hated the voice actor. I don't know why they just didn't pick him. Like, I thought the voice actor sucked. But besides that, I thought the games were great, and I loved like the bullet time mode they had. Not mode, but you know what I'm saying, where like you could mark people and they like pew pew pew, like an action movie.
Oh yeah,
I thought it was really cool. I like that a lot. I want that to come back, but. Yeah, I hope they bring this back, and I hope they not only bring it back well, but I want spies as mercenaries. Even though we don't know when it's going to come out. What'd you say? I mean, it was years when they announced the remake.
Yeah,
like come on,
it's had to have been 2 or 3 years by now.
Like, just give us a new Splinter Cell. Come on, like, what is the problem? Just do it. Just. I know they're trying to find a way to make microtransactions work. Obviously that's like their hardcore goal, but they made it work for Valhalla, so they know how to do it. In fact, actually, what they should do is basically get inspired by Metal Gear Solid.
Oh yeah, just make it like that.
Right.
And guess what? There's no more Metal Gears, so you would own that like margin of the like art style and gameplay style.
Right, exactly. Like literally make it Metal Gear Solid. And there you go. I did it. I found a way to modernize Splinter Cell. $1 billion, please.
Yeah.
God. Let's see. Whew. Okay. And then we got we got 2 more things. Okay. And I'm like sweating. I don't know if my AC just died, but whatever. All right, Star Citizen, which it's been I think over a decade now. It has now accumulated over $500 million in backing, and it's still not out. Why are people supporting this?
Yeah, what? This is just like a money pit. You're literally throwing money at nothing.
I would require them to start telling everyone like where the money's going, because I at this point I'd just be afraid they're just like taking the money and gonna run with it.
Right.
Like it says, it gained, let's see here. Despite almost a decade of development with no full release, Star Citizen continues to rake in money from people putting faith in controversial space simulator. As of September 20th, the game has managed to accrue over $500 million, crowdfunding, solidifying itself as one of the most expensive games to date, and gained an additional 100 million in funding across 1 million brand new backers since 2021 November, putting the grand total at 500 million across 4 million backers. That's, I mean, oh my god,
That's insane.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's insane that nobody's questioning it.
And the game's, oh wait, so it says it's raised so much effort for a game that's still somehow in alpha. So its first Kickstarter launching back in 2012. It managed to raise 2 million back then, and though it's received small packages of private funding, it continued to largely source its development costs through crowdfunding. This is like, this is insane. Back in 2020, Cloud Imperium Games founder Chris Roberts said the Star Citizen gameplay is not a pipe dream, nor will it take 10 to 20 years to deliver. Well,
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
okay. Like, what? This is $500 million. Star Citizen, I mean, it says that the alpha's out, so it's been playable at least.
I have no idea. I
Sorry.
don't even know what this game is. I feel like I've never heard of this.
Like, I think I'm confusing it with Eve. You know, right? Eve's a game, right?
Eve's out, yeah. Oh, okay. I kind of remember this. The website looks familiar.
I'm trying to like. Is it like just it's it's like a real space simulator. Oh my god.
Oh, you can like buy the starter packs to get in, I guess.
All right, putting in my secret 16-digit code for my starter pack. I'm in the game. Getting destroyed by monsters. I mean, from this video I'm watching from July, I mean, it looks really interesting. It looks like their objective is actually making like it's an MMO, so like the space is still part of the world with no like warp zones,
Right.
which would be pretty nutty. I guess they're. Well, I mean, it'll only be until we're like 50 when the game
Yeah,
actually
before it's
releases.
all out. Yeah.
Could you imagine? It's like, hey, this game's coming out, and then Starfield just like takes all its traction, even though like
Right.
Starfield probably
That's
won't.
basically what it's gonna do, yeah.
Like,
I mean, even though Starfield's only single player, but like it's the same thing.
I bet those people are like, maybe the game's like been done, and they're just like, you know what? Let's just like people keep like giving us money, so let's just keep working on it and only release it when the money stops.
Yeah, pretty
Genius.
much.
I mean, honestly, that's what it seems like. That's what but yeah. So that's the next game we're going to be playing and reviewing. So stay tuned. No, it's not. But I mean, it looks
No,
interesting though. Yeah.
I'm not paying to get into that.
I am though. If I can be a hamster in space, I'm in it.
Yeah.
All right. Last but not least, my nose is still clogged. That's the show. No. No. So Donkey, our Lord and Savior, he's starting an indie game publishing company.
That's nuts.
I mean, good for him. It's called Big Mode, which that's a real donkey name, if you ask me. Like that's
Right.
I mean, I love it. I think it's a very interesting name. On Twitter, it went wild. They're like, oh, because you review games doesn't know what a good game is. Like, you're not like like the what's the word? Experience to be a publisher. It's like,
Yeah.
I mean,
He's right. That's what we need.
we need someone. I mean, I would trust him if he like his other than his Last of Us 2 review. I would say all his reviews are pretty spot on like understanding the game and enjoying it and whatnot. But
Right.
I would love to see what he has in store, assuming he has anything, unless he's just opening up because he wants people to contact him about their games, so then he can like back them. But I also assume he's gonna be the one to like, what's the word? Like he's gonna be the one to sign off on what game's gonna get backed if he's the CEO.
Right.
So, I mean, we should probably pitch our game, Goons Games and Good Times. It's just like a life simulator of being a podcaster. Just like, OBS changed its settings again. You lost 2 subscribers.
It's just a streaming simulation where everything goes wrong, like a horror game.
Yeah,
You booted up the computer. I see. We're resetting you.
Oh, you wanted it to work? No, that's not happening. Let's see here. I clicked the link for its website, and it all asks his first name, last name, email, country, and about you. Oh, and then I guess your dev information. Oh wow, okay.
Right.
Dev information, game information, support platforms. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I hope it works out. Does it have let's see, games working on? Oh, just working on it.
Yeah.
I mean, at least that's fair. But I do think that he should at least have one or two. Well, I mean, I guess if he's just announcing it, he couldn't have had anything. But he has to have some kind of context and just like.
Oh, someone's definitely gonna reach out to him.
I think. No, I think there's gonna be a huge wave are gonna reach out to him. His pull is it's massive. Is there I'm trying to find. Let's see here. I'm gonna go to his YouTube. I want to see how many views it has because it was announced like 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago, 2.3 million views. So, 2.3 million people saw that. I'm sure, a couple thousand, or maybe not a couple thousand, but a good handful are game developers. And I'm sure if they didn't see the video, I'm sure they heard about it from everyone else.
Right.
So, kudos to Donkey. I feel like he's one of the very few that hasn't lost his way. And even though everyone would love to see him go back to League of Legends, he somehow made a great transition from like a League of Legends gimmick player to a full-on game reviewer.
Variety.
Yeah, or
variety. Yeah. We call it variety streamer, but variety content creator.
Right, exactly. So I mean, he never sold out. Well, no, actually, I mean, he admits at one point he sold out, where he's just like, there's a point where like I got an apartment and then I rushed to make a deal, and then I was like, it was terrible. Like, I mean, at least he was upfront about it. But either way, we're in talks with Donkey. We're gonna make this podcast simulator a thing, and I expect it to make negative millions of dollars.
We should just submit the podcast. Be like, all right, Donkey, we don't have a game, but we love you, and we would love for you to own them.
That would be, dude, I mean, would I be willing to sell us out? No. Would I be willing to sell us out for $1 million more plus?
Maybe.
Maybe.
We get to hang out with Donkey on the regular, then it'd be worth it.
Oh yeah. I want to hang out with Donkey, Mike Tyson, and Kratos in that order. Yeah. So, all right. Anything else before we hit the old dusty trail?
No, I think that's it.
All right, it worked. Okay, that's the show, guys. We're gonna play some Gundam and have some gameplay of that, so that should be fun. Or unless we don't, I don't know. Things change. Life sucks. Remember to watch the YouTube. Subscribe to us. Get us to 1,000. We're at like 160 at this current point, so that'd be pretty sweet. We got the TikTok, we got the Spotify, Apple Podcast, rate us 5 stars on there. Watch the VOD on Spotify and YouTube. Please and thank you. It'd help a lot. Instagram for young people, Facebook for new people. Wait, Instagram for old? No, Instagram for new people. Instagram for
Facebook for old people. Twitter for everybody else.
Yeah, I don't remember. Twitter, Discord. Please, we love you guys. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.